Hey Frugivores, welcome back to another episode. Today we are going to watch Season 6, Episode 1, Reena and Lee's story. Okay, and I got these downloads thankfully from John. Thank you very much for getting these to me so we can continue on reacting to my 600-pound life together. And do react with me. Let me know in the comments below what you think. It's great that we have a bit of dialogue going on and we can try to help these individuals and the audience as much as possible. And I'm Freelee, if you don't know who I am and you've been living under a rock. I'm a fruit-based nutritionist and I'm here to help you stop binge eating and lose weight, especially if you're over 200 pounds, okay? I specialize in helping individuals in your position. So check out my services, and I have a whole lot of ebooks and physical books as well. These ones are special signed copy. I have actually sold a number of these so far. They're limited editions. You get all three. I'll send it to you wherever you are in the world, and it's signed by me, and I'll also write a paragraph in each one of these books. But if you don't want physical books, you can get the ebooks. There's a link in the description below and download them straight away. All right, let's get into it, shall we? So what was his name? Reena and Lee's. Let's go.
Down right there.
You're making me mad.
All right, this is completely unacceptable.
Sit down, you're making me mad. Whoa, Doctor now he like kind of almost pushed him out of the way there. Serious drama going on here. The journey you're about to see is Lee and Reena's. Okay.
If Lee wants to mess up his life and his chance, I can't let it destroy mine.
The only thing harder than destroying your life with your own choices is destroying the life of someone you love at the same time.
Yes. So this is the first couple that we've had. It seems they're a couple, Lee Sutton, Reena Kisa. Lee is 42 years old, so he's like a couple of years younger than me, and she's 39 years old. Hang on, Lee and Reena. Yeah, I'm guessing Reena is the female. All right, weight unknown, of course. Houston. M.O. Here I am again, wondering where that is. Okay, yeah. There doesn't seem to be a lot of sheets going on with these individuals. They don't seem to use the sheets very much at all. Just seems to be a bare bed, and she appears to have the same clothing on. I mean, I don't know, this might be a nightie, I guess, but maybe she's just too exhausted by the end of the day and just kind of flops in bed wearing exactly what she wore for the day. I'm not sure. Was that a dog? I think I saw a dog. There's another dog. It seems to be a popular theme to have dogs, for these individuals to be sleeping with their dogs. I know there's a lot of you who also do this, but it does seem to be something very common with these morbidly obese individuals. Just something I noticed.
Forcing myself to start each day, it's just...
Wow, she's got the oxygen on. Sorry, I'm stopping it so much, but she's got the oxygen on. She slept with oxygen. She seems like she's in a lot of pain.
Miserable. Because I've gotten so big, my body feels like I'm in a prison. I'm just trapped.
It's torture every day.
Wow, she has a real kind of tortured energy, doesn't she? A very, very painful kind of presence. Like, she's in a lot of pain.
And my body is so bad now that I'm even having trouble breathing. But I can't even take the time to worry about myself. Because my boyfriend can't do anything for himself anymore.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Yep. Yeah. Oh, sometimes you just have no words, right? You have no words.
You ready to help me pee, sweetheart?
Yeah.
All right.
So I have to help him before I can take care of myself.
Oh gosh, I can just imagine living this life. I just couldn't, no.
Just living life is a struggle daily. So there's many days that I don't get out of bed because of the pain. And I hate what I'm doing to Renee. Oh, my back.
But hang on. Renee is also in like terrible shape herself, and she obviously got there by her own, feeding herself, and she's also feeding you. So interesting dynamic here. We've got two feeders feeding each other probably. Well, he's not actually, she's feeding him, so he's not even able to feed her. It would be an interesting dynamic here, very painful dynamic.
But the only times I can get up, I have to have help. Sorry. So if it wasn't for my girlfriend, I wouldn't be living right now.
I know.
How are you okay with this? How are you okay? How did you get here? Oh.
But it is more important for me to be clean than to worry about somebody helping me. I just feel bad because I know she's in pain and it's hard for her.
I'm miserable every day. And some days I just want to give up.
But you're still willing to push it in. Like, you know what is causing this, but you're still just smashing it down.
But I can't. Because no matter how hard it is, we will die if I...
Wow, he is quite busty, much more than me, that's for sure.
don't take care of him.
So to me, he needs it more than I do.
But you're on oxygen. He's not even on oxygen yet. And I find that the male bodies in general seem to maybe fare better than the females. I'm not 100% sure on that, but something I might have noticed, especially when they're in their 20s.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
Even doing the smallest thing is a painful experience. I need your help.
I need your help. The 4 words that I want to avoid saying for as long as possible. I need help. I need your help. Because I want to be able to help myself. I want to keep myself in a condition where I have the ability to care for myself for as long as possible. And this is self-inflicted. This is a choice. Morbid obesity is a choice. And yeah, it's a really sad reality we have here.
I'm shaking really bad. And when I try and take a shower, it's pretty much a full day job because it just wears me out.
This is the only form of exercise they probably both get. Cleaning. Like her cleaning him and him actually getting into the shower to be cleaned.
We're all that here. And I'm just ready to be done after even a few minutes trying to sit there. I just can't handle it for long. I'll do some grass lay down.
Yeah, they need to actually rest. They need to rest after doing this. That's how strenuous it is on their bodies.
Get up, pass out, baby.
I really do believe that a lot of these carers are actually doing this job because they're getting paid and they don't have to go to a normal job. You know, she'll be getting a carer's pension and she might be even getting some sort of benefits herself, because in the US, for example, if you have obesity and if you are obese and it causes some sort of disability, that obesity, then you can claim benefits apparently. And in this position, they're obviously both got disabilities as a result of the choosing obesity. You know, they inflicted it on themselves. And yeah, I just find it interesting that she might be doing this Maybe out of love for sure, but she's also getting paid for it. You got to remember that. They don't have normal jobs.
A person of our size requires a lot of attention, a lot of care. If you're not careful, you get break opens in the skin, tears, rips. You got to make sure they're clean, they're lotioned, they're dry, taken care of.
It poses so many unique challenges that we shouldn't have to face. No human should have to face this.
Captain, as we are.
It kills me worse to see Lee when he's having issues than it does myself. But that's who I've always been. I've always taken care of everybody else.
I question how you consider, you're obviously feeding him a lot of rubbish. That's not taking care of him, that's killing him. So it'd be good for her to, really wake up to that fact. Obviously, yeah, she's brushing him down, she's doing a lot of stuff like that. But in order for him to get into that situation and stay there, you need to be shoveling a lot of rubbish and feeding him a lot of crap. Let's be real.
I've never had time to take care of me.
I'm feeling a strong victim mentality here. You got to squash that. You got to squash that.
I was at my absolute heaviest. I actually just failed the keto diet and it left me so sick. I had chronic UTIs, chronic infections, depressed, and felt out of control anytime I was around food. I decided to give this raw tofu thing a chance, so I jumped in 100%. I ate so much fruit, so much potatoes, never went hungry. Ended up losing 65 pounds within 6 months, and it actually stayed off. I no longer think about food 24/7. I haven't had an infection since I began eating like this, and I have so much energy, and real energy, not coffee, not energy drinks. I slowly started going on walks, and now I love running marathons. My life is so full, and it wouldn't be this way if Freelee didn't show me that carbohydrates and fruit is what our body needs and craves and what brings us health and joy.
This could be you. I offer one-on-one coaching and meal plans on a fruit-based diet. Link in my bio.
So once I finish with Lee, then I can finally take care of myself. But by the time I'm done,
I am very exhausted. I am hurting, shaking, can't breathe. And then when I stand up, my skin apron hangs so far down that...
Skin apron, there's actually a term for it. I think it's called fupa or something like that. But can we just take a moment to appreciate the miracle of the human body? Like the absolute strength and endurance that the human body has. Like when you put it under this sort of load, it's just incredible that she is still surviving, that the body can still go on. Isn't it incredible? This is like a miracle, really.
It pulls on my back and it pulls on my shoulders.
it's miserable.
Well, why are you not changing it? Well, it seems like she might be now because of the whole 600-pound life, but like this sort of talk.
I miss being able to feel like a woman. Now I feel like I'm a sideshow. I'd consider it being a living hell being in this body. And I hate the imprisonment of the weight.
So she hates everything about it, but she's still embracing it because she's not changing it. Hopefully now she is.
But I know the life I have now was set in motion a long time ago.
I mean, this is quite a depressing show. I think we can all agree on this, but we can also see it in a way where, when we're reacting, we're trying to help these individuals and those who watch these individuals as well to make that connection between carbohydrates. That's my main thing that I'm doing here, is getting the carbohydrates out there and making people realize they don't have to starve themselves. They can actually nourish themselves, eat as much as they care for, but the choices The choices is what is most important. So in that way, we can be very productive when we're watching these shows.
As long as I can remember, I have struggled with being overweight, and
I did eat for comfort, but it built over the years because of how hard my childhood was.
So let's take a moment to recognize that she's been malnourished since childhood. Malnourished and overfed at the same time.
Growing up, my mom would have these hallucinations that would lead to these fits.
She's definitely been like, her mum has put her in a terrible position. Look how big she is at such a young age. Fat, fat, fat. If you want to ingest too much fat over the course of years, this will be the result. We need to teach our children excess fat in the diet, in the bloodstream is very unhealthy. It's leading to obesity and illness all over the world.
One time,
I was around 9 or 10 probably one night when I woke up to my mom screaming about my dad's face bleeding. I couldn't see nothing, so I was freaking out.
when my mom was hallucinating, it scared me. So food was a way to deal with the stress. So I just started gaining weight.
It wasn't her fault. Her mum just had a whole lot of rubbish, whole lot of crap in the cupboards, and she was allowed to eat it. This was not the case with me growing up. I did not have a whole lot of crap. Mum would not allow us to have a whole lot of crap in the house. We were not allowed to just eat whatever we wanted. It was quite strict, and it's a good thing. It was like that.
By the time I was 13, I was already around 280 pounds.
What? Such irresponsible parenting. So this is just unacceptable.
And that's when my mom decided to leave us. She just
Packed up her stuff and left.
when I was at school one day.
This is truly heartbreaking.
I just didn't understand. Why didn't my mom love us or me?
That is so hard for a daughter to, I mean, a son as well, but like the bond between the mother and daughter is so strong, should be. That's just heartbreaking.
I'd write to her, but she never wrote back. She called a few times, but she would mostly talk to my dad. During one call,
We was at my grandma's house using her phone, and my dad was the one on the phone talking to her. Well, when I got on the other phone, she was telling my dad that the reason she left was because of me.
Oh my goodness. What a mother from hell.
And that she wasn't coming back because I was a bad kid. For my mom to say that it was my fault or that she was blaming me for leaving.
I was devastated. So for the next few years after my mom left, I just remember eating and eating. And by the time I was 18, I was probably close to 400 pounds.
Holy, she just really, really, really ate and ate and ate. It's obvious that like she's malnourished, so she doesn't know how to eat properly. She doesn't know what a healthy choice is because mum was a complete nightmare and didn't teach her anything and abused her through food. So she's just doing the same thing. She just thinks, oh, yeah, this is how I eat. And she's not getting that nourishment. So it's a multi-layered, multifaceted problem here, but she's not getting the nourishment. So the brain is still calling out for more food. She's not getting enough fiber, not getting enough carbohydrates. So the brain is like, more, 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 more. You see the problem here. But you gotta turn it around. There's a whole lot of terrible childhood stories, we know.
And my life just continued this downward spiral from there.
But you allowed it.
I had dropped out of school and started partying all the time because I just wanted to forget my life. And during that time, food was there for me.
I also had a time when I was out of school and I was partying a lot and getting drunk and you know what I mean. Like, it's still not a reason to destroy your body. Obviously, she had a terrible, time growing up, but she survived. There's a lot of individuals who don't even survive out of their teens. So you just got to pick yourself up, punch out of that comfort zone and improve your life. go the next level, or else you're just going to stay in that hole forever.
So I ate, and I didn't even try to stop until my dad got sick and passed away. I was probably around 500 pounds then.
Is that her dad with a cigarette? Like, is he in some sort of hospital? No, but he's got some breathing apparatus. Oh, wow, what a nightmare.
And I knew I wasn't going to be able to handle the emotion of losing him. So me and my older brother Michael decided to check into a weight loss clinic. He was using food to cope all these years too, and was over 600 pounds.
It's like this combination of like they're abusing themselves with food, but they're also not getting the nourishment, so the brain is still asking for actual food.
So we both checked ourselves into the clinic together. And that's where I met Lee.
That wasn't such a great thing, was it?
I remember meeting Renee for the first time. Her brother was my roommate at the bariatric clinic. And Renee would come in every day and visit Michael, and she would talk to me, and I kind of felt jealous how she would make sure he had what he needed. So then I got to where I'd follow her around and...
Oh, wow, he actually like was stalking her to be like his carer. He was jealous of the care that the brother was getting, and he's like, I want that too.
We were like Bonnie and Clyde.
Lee, he was a sweet guy, and we started spending a lot of time together. And then we were an item at the clinic. But that broke the rules there, so
I was going to say there should be some rules against that, because you don't want the two feeders getting together, right? And then, no, we don't want to continue this.
either had to stop dating or leave.
They would get onto us for holding hands. They would get onto us for showing any kind of emotion or attention to each other. So we just decided we wanted to be together. We wanted a relationship.
We loved each other, and we've stayed together over the past 11 years since leaving the clinic. But being together, with both of us struggling with food, has not been a good thing. Because we've just been gaining. And each
Gosh, this is their life, just lying there in the bed, on the phone, distracting themselves from their reality.
day, our health is only getting worse. It's embarrassing that we can't even take care of ourselves anymore.
I'm glad she feels that, because you should feel embarrassed if you can't look after yourselves when you're in, like, just out of, pretty much a prime of your life.
The only reason we're even able to survive right now is because Lee's sister comes over every day and helps us.
Oh my gosh, what a sight to just walk in and see them like this. This is such a unique world that these people are living in.
Breakfast?
Thought you'd never ask.
All right.
Ah, enter the feeder, one of the feeders.
Renee has done an excellent job of taking care of Lee, but within the last 2 to 3 years, she has went downhill so much that I have to do it.
Everything
Did I just see biscuits and bacon?
working out?
Yeah, are you starving?
Yeah, I'm pretty hungry.
Of course he is.
I wake up in the morning, can't wait for breakfast. Really, I just can't wait till the next meal because I've got to have
Menstruations, we got the theme, the normal theme going on here, bacon, menstruations, biscuits.
something to eat constantly. And I know Casey doesn't want us to eat like we do, but she also
But she's also enabling us.
knows if she doesn't make what we want, then we're really going to get upset.
Well, too bad. That's the thing. The sister could be going, I'm not going to come around anymore. If you want this, I'm not going to help you kill yourself anymore.
It's done. Are you guys ready to eat?
Yeah.
It is very hard to watch them every day gain more and more weight.
You are literally feeding them. You are making them gain weight. You have control. they're not going to chase you down and beat you up. I guarantee that.
But I feel like
Like if you feed them healthy.
it's out of my control. It's their decision.
Thank you, Casey.
You're welcome.
It's your decision to be there, to go in the house and to feed them.
Food is my comfort. When I'm depressed, I eat. When I'm sad, I eat. When I'm happy, I eat. Food is my drug of choice.
It's not a drug, bro. You need food. You're not getting enough nourishment. That's the problem, not enough nourishment. So the brain is having a problem.
And for Renee, too. And a lot of times,
Everybody loves food. Stop trying to act like you're different. We all love food, but you're using it as procrastination to avoid actually dealing with real life problems. And you're also malnourished because you're making terrible choices for the food you put in your body.
we won't even be hungry, but we just want to do something. We're done eating.
Just a second.
I know I'm killing myself with how I eat. But what's worse is, it ain't only me now. I know I'm helping kill Renee.
I don't think you care that much, to be honest, or you would have tried to change this. Hopefully now they are, but they always say like, oh, I hate what I'm doing to the other person. But then next minute you see them just shoveling in the bacon, the biscuits, and the menstruations. You know, there's a lot of like lip service.
So I have to see it happen to the woman I love. Oh, and that hurts worse than doing it to myself.
I don't believe you.
But how do you rewrite how you've operated your whole life?
You just start, right? You don't let yourself get to this point for a beginning. A lot of excuses.
It's like trying to undo your whole history. I've struggled with my weight since I was real young. My parents separated and my mom left when
He looks like a healthy, normal-sized boy there.
I was about 2 years old and my brother was about 6 months old. But my dad remarried and my stepmom had 3 kids already. So with the cousins that lived with us, there was 8 kids in our family growing up. And when I was 9 or 10 years old, one of my siblings sexually abused me. That went on for 3 years.
What is going on? Why? Why do people do this?
I didn't tell anybody over shame and embarrassment. It's one of those things that none of my family talk about, even to this day.
I don't see the weight issue yet.
And it's really messed with my head. So food is how I dealt with it. I started stealing food out of the refrigerator and going in my room and the closet and hide and eat it. It didn't
I used to steal food too. I used to steal food. There's no difference there.
matter what it was, as long as it tasted good. That was my comfort. It's what made me happy. So by the time I was 10,
Well, junk food makes most people happy. Let's be honest about that. Okay, it's not healthy. We know that, but in the moment, it makes most people healthy. But you have to have a bit of self-control. You have to have a little bit of self-control, and the education, obviously, is so lacking.
around 230 pounds. But when my family realized how much I was eating, my dad put a chain of padlock on the refrigerator.
There you go.
But I'd still find ways to sneak and hide food.
Because this family is providing absolute rubbish for their children.
So my eating never slowed down. And when I was about 17 years old, I weighed over 500 pounds. I knew I was
Damn. Wow, boy, yep, he was really slamming in the junk.
overweight, but I just kept eating. And over the next 10 years or so, I just kept getting worse.
I hope YouTube doesn't like censor that there. You know what I mean? I get in trouble for this because it might think it's a female.
And then I started losing my mobility. And that's when I knew I had to do something.
Okay. So when you started losing your mobility, way before that, you got to start doing something. But hang on, he's saying he started to do something.
So I contacted a bariatric clinic and they said they would take me.
So don't worry about actually learning about how your body works and eating fresh fruits and vegetables and carbohydrates. Go and get the stomach cut. That's what he sees as a solution. This is very sad. It's that, you know, not working for the results. It's just like, hey, doctor, fix me up.
I was there to get help and hoping to turn my life around. But when I met Renee there, we fell in love and had to leave.
So irresponsible.
So we never got the help we needed.
I mean, that's your fault. That's her fault. All you had to do is not be like canoodling at the clinic. You didn't have to be holding hands. You didn't have to be getting all that going when you know your life is at risk from your weight. Have a little bit of like self-awareness, responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, it annoys me.
And since we've been together, we both just kept gaining. Because outside of each other, food is all we both have. And the only activity we do, and the only reason we ever go out, is to get food. But I can barely make it to the car, and Renee can't walk for long on her own.
They're terrible too. Feeding.
So we have to bring our electric chairs. And Renee has to load them up.
It's extremely hard to get both of our chairs.
He's driving? I'm telling you, this is dangerous. He could have a heart attack on the way to the store.
Loaded up for us. But if I don't,
There's no way I could walk through a store now.
Oh gosh, it always gets me nervous when they're talking about going to the store. And let me just remind you that one individual actually did have a heart attack and he killed a woman. So he was driving a bus, I believe, and he actually had a heart attack and he killed a pedestrian. So this is a real risk.
Because my legs shake, my legs give out, I can't.
They got a trailer for their chairs. Okay, yeah, whatever works.
Breathe.
it's just too much.
You can kind of tell that they don't get to the store probably much themselves. I think the sister is the one who's probably on the phone going, hey, give me cookies and everything, like they're telling her to get cookies and cheese and all the rest.
And the only way that we are able to get grocery shopping done is to work together as a team, because neither one of us would be able to do it by ourselves.
But once we're inside, the anxiety of being in public starts to sink in, because
It's like going through the walk of shame.
Yeah, well, this is real life. Other humans are just like, what is going on? Like, it is like a freak show. It's like people are just shocked naturally, and they should be. There's nothing for them to feel bad about being shocked. And these individuals have to get real and use that pain of seeing people shocked and shaming, whatever, to just get out of this situation, or else you're going to be like this to yourself. So it's just,
I feel judged by the outside world because I'm different.
hang on a second. It goes beyond being different. See, he's putting himself in a category like a different skin color maybe, or you've got like some disability you can't help, or that just immediately tells me a lot about him. Different, bro.
They're not used to seeing somebody of my size. It's like driving down the highway and seeing a train wreck.
Well, at least he's honest about that, yes. But just the way he said, because I'm different, it's a little bit more than that. But okay, good, he got honest there.
You're not gonna not stare at it. You're gonna sit and stare at it and wonder what happened.
I like his honesty. I like him being really upfront there. Good.
it's just embarrassing. But grocery shopping is important for us to do.
Did you see those bananas over there? Why didn't you grab some bananas?
so we can eat.
You said you wanted chips.
When I start to shop, I'm so hungry. Once I get home, I know I'm just going to eat everything.
Let me just say about the chips for a start. Why chips are so bad is because it's just fat. It's so much fat. There's some carbohydrate, yes, but it's just been dipped in so much oil, so much fat. And really, there's not a lot of fiber and there's a lot of fat. So that's why, fat as usual.
Only need soda.
Because when I'm eating, it's almost like feeling an emptiness in my body. Yeah.
How many packs of bacon you want? Couple or?
Yeah. It's like laying down and getting a good massage. Well, we need some mayonnaise. And when it's over, you just want more. So.
He wants more because he's actually not getting nourishment. He's not getting living nutrition. He's not getting vitamins. There's some fortification in these foods. They fortify them with vitamins and minerals and stuff, but he's not getting that living actual, we're frugivores. We're meant to be eating a lot of fruits, a lot of actual raw, fresh food.
Can't wait to get home and eat.
We'll eat everything here, either today or by tomorrow.
Everything?
And I know doing this is killing us.
But I keep on doing it.
You okay, baby? You did good.
But we both can't stop.
Yes, you can. It's not like someone's holding a gun at your head saying you have to eat like this. No, they're not. You can't just keep lying back onto your excuses and saying, oh, it's out of my control, I can't do this. Yes, you can. It's in your control. These people are definitely clinging to the excuses.
We're already barely functioning as it is. And it's just a matter of time before it's too late.
Temperature gauge is climbing again. Low cooler lights on.
And during that time, you're being a huge strain on taxpayers. You're being a huge strain on the community with resources. It's unacceptable. There's so much self involved in this, even though that they don't look beyond that. They're just like feeding themselves, not caring about who else it impacts on.
Stop here. The car is overheating.
What? Is this another breakdown? Is this another? I'm telling you, this is almost every session, they're breaking down in the car. Here we go again.
Now what do we do?
The male asking the female, now what do we do? Well, hoping that you'd have some sort of mechanic knowledge, you just expect the male to have some sort of knowledge in that area.
This is not good.
I don't know what to do.
The car is not going anywhere, and we won't last here long without air conditioning.
Oh wow, he was starting to get quite disturbed just then. We will not last here without air conditioning.
Lee and me are stuck on the side of the road right now. And we're not really sure what's wrong with the car, but Lee thinks it might be overheated. And it's so humiliating because we are both too big to even get out of the car to figure it out.
Wow. Yep.
Sometimes I just feel like a useless individual.
You are. Let's be real here. You are. You're not looking after yourself at all, and you're being a burden on others. You're about to be a burden again on others.
I asked my sister to bring us some coolant or water to try to cool everything down. I have gas and everything else seems fine. So if overheating is not the issue, then I don't know what we're gonna do.
Please look after your vehicles. Look after your personal belongings so this doesn't have to happen.
We aren't gonna last much longer in the heat.
What's gonna happen to you?
I'm already feeling really lightheaded. So just hope she gets here soon. Oh, thank God.
And she's already obese, heading for morbid obesity as well, the sister.
so much for coming and helping us.
Is she going to be the mechanic as well? What would they do without this woman?
Dump one in, and then I'll start it and let it suck it up, and we'll put the other one.
Guys, it's not stopping. Looks like there's only like this much in the bottom.
It's about that much in the bottom of the overflow.
It'll get us down the road.
If not, call me. I'll bring you out a couple more.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I hate having to be helped. It makes me feel worthless.
He keeps saying this. Oh, I hate being a burden on others. I hate other people having to help. I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it because you know what? You've been helped like this for many, many years. Many, many years. You continue to put your own self before others and not even care about them. If you really, truly did, it would be in your actions. I don't listen to the words. I look at the actions.
There's going to be a day where someone isn't going to be able to come and help us. So I know that we just can't keep living like this, and that time is running out for us.
Oh, my knee's about to give out.
Lee and I have to lose this weight now so we can pursue our life together.
Before it's too late.
You care when you get time to get me a snack? I know I'm staring at an early death. But me and Renee, we have a major hunger that does not go away.
We all like to eat junk food. We do, right? But yeah, it takes a little bit of self-discipline, bit of self-awareness and nutrition, education, obviously realizing this is not actual human food.
And it's what our whole lives revolve around. But I don't know how to change that. I've got to get some weight off or my organs are gonna give out. My heart's gonna give out.
I can feel myself going downhill. I can
Fried chicken and like what, mac and cheese or something?
tell that things are getting bad, and I feel like I'm just waiting to die.
The only option that I can see that we have left is that we go to Houston to see Dr. Now. Because if we don't get help, I will probably just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, you can't possibly help yourself by changing the food. Actually, like choosing things that, it's just annoying because they can eat a lot of pasta, a lot of potatoes. They can eat a lot of stuff they love, but just not drench it in the fats.
Until my heart can't take it no more. And I don't want that for me or Renee.
Well, put your money where your mouth is, we will see.
Our appointment with Dr. Now is tomorrow afternoon, and we're going to try to do the whole drive in a day. It would normally be about a 12-hour trip, but
Oh, heck. You know this is going to be a disaster. I haven't seen this, but I'm just 12 out. What? That you're going to try and do the trip in one day?
I think that it's going to be hard because I think there's going to have to be more stops than what everybody's expecting.
Make sure you get my tater chips. Gotta have some road snacks.
Make sure you get my tater chips. You're going to have some road snacks. Oh, no. This is going to be just one big old binge right up to the scales.
That'll probably get us for about an hour, and then we'll stop and get some more.
He thinks it's funny.
we've never done a trip like this. And what's scaring me is not just how hard it's going to be to travel this long, but how I'm going to be able to take care of Lee on the road. He can't go to the bathroom himself or do anything. So whatever he needs, I have to do it in the car.
Hang on, how's he going to go to the toilet in the car?
All this is a lot of uncharted territory for us. and it's scary.
I'm not sure what to expect from this trip, but I've been very nervous for the last week, especially to see him in this long trip. I'm excited, nervous, and everything all at the same time. Hey, buddy, what's up?
Y'all ready to get started?
Yeah. You ready for this drive? It's gonna be a long trip. We can't do this alone.
We've got the oxygen tanks. It's like they're going diving.
So thankfully, I have one of my friends, David, who's gonna help us drive down to Houston. I've known David since he was 3 or 4 years old, and he agreed to come with us just in case something goes wrong. Because
David does not know what he's in for. Well, maybe he does. He's known him a long time.
if something happens like the car overheating again, it's too risky to be without anyone there for us. And Renee can't do it all. Plus, I can see she's already struggling.
I don't know why I'm having so much trouble breathing today. Usually once I wake up, it calms down, but I don't know if it's nerves or what. I'm all right. I just catching my breath.
We all ready?
Me and Renee both know this could all be for nothing. But this is our last chance, I know it.
All be for nothing?
If we don't do this, I don't think there's gonna be too many tomorrows. Well, stop and get some food, baby. I'm starving.
You are not starving. But, you know, they are starving. Essentially, they are starving. It's really a paradigm shift, isn't it? It's really hard to see them being morbidly obese and so huge and seeming like they have a lot of reserves, which they do, but then at the same time, they're also starving. It's hard to see them in this way, but they are a real fresh food.
I need 3 chicken strip sandwiches. Number 1 was the bacon, but I want mayonnaise and smoked sauce on it. And we need to order cheese sticks, too.
All right, anything else for you?
Nope.
Okay, it's going to be 4401.
Cheese steaks?
One of my goals since I've been with Renee is to make our relationship official and marry her. All right, let's go find a place to park.
Honestly, you should be, no. I don't think that's a good idea, you two.
But I didn't want to do it till I could get down on one knee.
There's your drink.
Thank you. I've dreamed of that future. But now, I am so afraid that I am not going to live long enough to marry the woman that I love, and that I no longer even have a future unless someone can save me from myself.
That's it. The future is not looking right, is it? Good choice of food. Good choice of road snack.
I hate when everybody stares at you just sitting here eating.
Yeah.
They're not
When
used
they're
to
driving by.
It's like they've never seen a fat guy shove a hamburger in his face.
A little bit more than a fat guy. I would not call yourself a fat guy. And remember, she's got an oxygen tank attached. It's a bit of a scene, bro. It's a bit of a scene. A fat guy. I love that.
I hope we find a town soon. I just gotta pee real bad. I drank that big old drink. Think you can stick that urinal down my britches and help me pee?
Oh my gosh. Sounds lovely.
I can try.
We may have to hit a dirt road or something if we don't find something soon. We've only been on the road for a few hours.
Why is he driving the car? Please tell me why. When the healthier one is in the back, the able one is in the back, just hitching a ride. This is so strange.
And it's already starting to get tough. And when you're a person of my size, you have to do what you have to do. But there's no way I could even think about walking into a store and peeing. I'm gonna pull over here where we're out of everybody's line of vision. So we just have to figure it out.
Just using the bathroom, what most people would take for granted. Most men can just stand, whip it out anywhere, and pee anywhere. With Lee, he has to be laid down. and someone else has to hold the urinal for him in place
This is so disturbing.
just for him to be able to pee. That person, 9 times out of 10, is me, and when I do it, I have to stand to do it. So therefore, it exerts me also.
You have to stand for like, what, 30 seconds while he pees, and that's an exertion. It's amazing.
I'm sorry, baby. One of these days, I'll be able to just get out and stand and pee.
How about actions rather than so many I'm sorry, actions, 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 no more words. Next stop, don't just slam in burgers and cheesesteaks.
And after I'm done, I'm so exhausted.
Renee sacrifices herself every day to make sure my needs are taken care of. People say, what's your goal weight? I don't have a goal weight. My goal weight is to take care of myself, not to have somebody help me. Sweetheart,
Yes.
you still love me?
Yes.
Can I have a bag of that popcorn back there?
Oh my gosh, he's manipulating her to get the popcorn. Popcorn is fine if you don't put a whole lot of rubbish on it. You know that the popcorn they eat is just going to be full of fat and salts and...
Yes.
It's probably like deep fried popcorn. Okay. But why didn't the other guy drive? Houston, Texas. So they went from Houston, OM, was it? I don't know what that stands for. You have to tell me in the comments. To Houston, Texas. Right.
We're running further behind than I wanted. So right now, we're just trying to get to Dr. Now.
We're getting close.
And I'm nervous that Dr. Nelsarden won't accept me and Lee as patients, that he won't help us.
Well, from that preview before, I'm looking forward to hearing him, to seeing what happens here.
With me, I'm afraid it's because of my health. And with Lee, I'm afraid it's because of his size. I need this.
Okay, let's move on to the weights, the scales, shall we? Let's go.
Determines whether we have any hope for our future or not. So if Dr. Now rejects us for any reason, then we're about to find out that our lives are over. We just didn't know it yet.
It's been such a long ride down here to Houston, and now that we're finally here, we're about to find out what we weigh and if Dr. Now can help us. And I'm just nervous about all of it.
550, basically. Wow.
549.
How are they going to weigh him? He can hardly get up.
I knew I'd still been gaining some overall, but that's higher than I was expecting.
Gosh, I feel like he might be like 800.
And I'm really just disappointed in myself right now.
Maybe not. He's not like, yeah.
I'm not looking forward to this. I can tell Renee isn't too happy about her weight, but I'm worried that mine's going to be much more of a shock. I'm just hoping I'm still in the 600 range.
714.
Wow, I wasn't that far off. 714.
Oh my God, really? Really heartbreaking to realize that my weight had gotten so out of control. I just hope Dr. Now's going to be able to help us change this and get our lives back.
Guess I'll see y'all later. I'm right here waiting for y'all.
I think Dr. Now's about to do some grilling, if you know what I mean.
Dr. Nell taking his patients.
Hello, I'm Dr. Nazardan.
I'm Lee.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Lee.
meet you.
Renee.
Renee, nice to meet you. So you both come all the way from Missouri. How are you all feeling?
I'm retired, but we're here.
Well, I'm glad you made it okay. So let's take a look at your medical history and your current situation. All right, Lee, you are 714 pounds, and Renee, you are 549 pounds. And you both have significant health issues as a result of your weight. Renee, you're diabetic and you take an enormous amount of insulin.
Yes.
The same seems to be the case for Lee, too. And I see you're on oxygen. So you're no longer able to breathe on your own because of your weight. And Lee, you have high blood pressure, you have sleep apnea, you have gout, you have acid reflux, high cholesterol, depression. There's no way your body is going to be able to sustain your weight for much longer at all. You need to fully understand how close to death you are right now, and that you too are in a very bad place. You realize that?
Yes, sir.
The reality is you have been enabling each other for years. And Lee, you're almost completely immobile now. Are you able to stand up at all?
I'm pretty active. I can walk 20, 30 feet with these canes pretty good.
If you think that's pretty active, then you're a little delusional about that.
Whoop, here he goes. He's going in.
Lee and Renee's bodies are starting to completely fail. So my biggest concern is whether they can stop enabling each other in time to make a significant difference before it's too late. So are you both here to tell me that you're ready to make the change you need to turn your life around?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I am like on the edge of my seat to see if they actually can do this and lose weight.
All right. This here is your new 1,200 calorie a day diet. And
1,200.
high calorie food that we're gonna avoid.
I mean, this guy will have 1,200 calories in a bite of those fatty dishes that he has. It's just like a bite for him. He obviously needs more calories, but from the healthy source. It's not that difficult, Dr. Keto.
To eat only what's approved in this high protein, low carb diet and nothing else. And I want you both get up and find something active to do every day, no matter what. Neither of you would be able to survive any surgery right now. To change that, you both need to lose a lot of weight. Renee, I want you to lose 75 pounds to get all your medical issues under control so we can safely do surgery. Lee, I want you to lose 150 pounds and get down to around 560. Sticking to the diet I'm giving you will get you to these goals. And when you walk out of this office, you're going to leave your old ways behind, if you want to live. This really is a race against time, and hopefully they realize that enough to make the changes they need now, or they're not going to survive.
That's the reality. That is the reality. Unfortunately, now they have the starvation program.
I'm going to see you in 2 months, and I want you to hit these goals.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you. We gotta do this.
I know.
It's gonna be hard, real hard.
Coming home after seeing Dr. Now, it was like trying to start a whole new life.
Okay.
Because our whole lives have revolved around eating until we go back to sleep. So it was like, what can we do?
What can we do? See, this is a big part of their problem. They don't have enough purpose in life. Not enough things that makes them want to wake up and get excited, wake up in the middle of the night and like get up and be like, ooh, I'm so excited about something that I want to work out right now in the middle of the night. You know, I had these sort of feelings. You need to find something that actually like floats your boat, that gets you excited about life. And they're just excited about junk food.
Right.
So far, I'm not able to get up and do much. So Renee and me started playing video games that require us to get active.
What? video games that require you to get active. This is, no.
At first, I could only do it for a few minutes.
I mean, okay, if it has some arm movement, I guess it's in the right direction.
But now we're playing whole games and getting competitive.
Yes.
But by this time next month, I hope to be able to get up and get around the house a little bit for my exercise.
And the score is 163 to 124. I beat you.
How about a rematch?
All right.
Love you. But the hard part has been cutting back our diet.
My biggest fear was when Lee gets cravings and he doesn't get what he wants. He can get very angry.
Yes, I had this feeling about him that he can get very angry. And so that's kind of, you know, she has to put up with his abuse.
But he hasn't been doing that.
I think we've been really good.
And that's been a huge relief because I feel like we're in this together.
Honey, we ready to do a little exercising?
I feel like this last month and a half has been good. It's been a struggle, but Lee is able to do a whole lot more. And I feel that it's easier to have someone to do this with.
I think they're risking their back doing this kind of exercise. I don't think that's necessary, but good to see them moving.
I've been trying to exercise more, get around more, stay out of bed more, just push through the pain and keep on keeping on. And I've been able to get up and do some walking around the house. So I feel like we're both making good progress. All right, sweetheart, you ready for some breakfast?
Oh, still the hensies.
But the food has been a little hard to steal. And we've caved a few times because the portion sizes on the doctor's plan are just really small.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. The portions are so tiny and they don't need to be. The only reason they're tiny is because he's Dr. Keto and he's recommending so much fat. And there's 9 calories per gram of fat, so you can't eat anywhere near as much food volume. You know, you can eat 2.5 times more of the high carbohydrate foods. It just is like crazy. Dr. Keto, Dr. Now does not understand basic human physiology and nutrition. It's very sad.
So I'm still really hungry when I finish my meal. But I want to lose weight for Renee as well as myself. So I have 2 reasons to do it instead of 1. So I'm not giving in.
I doubt that was actually on the plan. He had like some wrap and he had cheese, bacon, I think, and eggs in there. I don't know.
Me and Lee are in Houston again to see Dr. Now for our 2nd appointment.
Okay, let's go then. Let's move it on.
Lee and me are at our 2nd appointment with Dr. Now. And there's so much riding on us hitting our
She was 549, I think.
goals today. The doc wanted me to lose at least 75 pounds over the last 2 months and get down to 474. So I'm just praying that I've gotten down to that.
She did something. She did something.
Part of me is happy to see such a loss, but I'm disappointed because it's not as much as I was supposed to lose.
Oh, it's the moment of truth for me. I'm supposed to have lost 150 pounds to get down to 564 today.
Oh gosh, if he's heavier, I am just gonna die.
And I've worked really hard to hit that goal.
Good on you. Well, that was great. 95 pounds. Wow. Impressive.
All right, good job.
Awesome.
I'm excited about that, but it's still 50 pounds away from Dr. Now's goal.
Dr. Now may still come down on you. May still.
So I have no idea what to expect right now. I'm worried something is wrong last night.
Okay, let's go.
Help me. I don't feel good at all.
Yeah, Yeah, see, he doesn't feel good at all. This is part of the problem. The Dr. Keto diet is actually dangerous for these people. They're not getting enough glucose. They've got glucose deficiency. They're in ketogenesis. It's really an acidic environment inside their bodies, inside their brains. It's very dangerous.
Come in.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How y'all doing?
All right.
Good to see you both. So let's see how much you lost. Renee, you made it down to 507 pounds.
Right.
Yeah.
And Lee, you're down to 619 pounds. So I'm encouraged by your progress, but it's too little of weight loss to bring the risk factor for surgery to an acceptable level. So you both are still not ready for any kind of weight loss surgery. But with the progress that you've made, you should notice some difference in how you're feeling and in your mobility.
Yeah, but the problem is they don't have enough carbohydrates to feel the energy and to feel good.
Are you both feeling any better?
No, I'm having a lot of pain.
What's
He doesn't even feel better.
going on?
My stomach, but right here through to my side and back, it just really painful.
How
Kidneys.
bad is the pain?
Anytime I move or walk or strain, it pulls and just really burns and hurts, and it just kills me. I can't get any relief.
Why didn't you call me about this?
I figured I'd see you.
So you let it get worse until it's causing you severe pain now, and this may be an emergency issue. One little thing can kill you. So right now, I want to admit you to hospital immediately to do an endoscopy to figure out what's going on. Lee and Renee should have made more progress. But my concern right now is Lee's stomach pain, and that the cause is gallstones, which can become a deadly situation.
I can't believe I let this happen. I guess I didn't realize how dangerous things could be for me now.
The hospital and did an endoscopy as well as some other tests to determine what was causing his severe stomach pain.
Probably gas.
And it looked to be gallstones. But Lee is lucky because right now they have not advanced to any sort of infection or attack in his body. But that will inevitably be the outcome if we don't treat them.
Maybe put him on plants. Maybe put him on carbohydrates. Get that uric acid down.
However, the problem still remains.
Dr. Now has put him on a really high kidney stone diet.
That his body is in extremely poor condition medically. And
Because he's coming to Texas with us for the whole year to 2 years, however long we're there.
They're moving to Texas.
But I'm just a bundle of emotions right now. I feel scared, overwhelmed, because
Okay, we have to move it on or it's going to be 2 hours long. Whoa. Oh, we saw some food there. Okay, so they're moving to Texas. He had gallstones, kidney stones? Hang on. Was it gallstones or kidney? No. Whatever it is, it's all fat related. And animal protein.
This chicken's about ready, guys.
Moving to Houston is the first big step in our journey to change our lives. And me and Renee are sticking to our diet and exercise
Look at all the animal protein there. This is terrible.
exactly like we're supposed to, including our portion sizes. I am going to keep losing weight until Dr. Now says you are approved for the surgery, no matter how long it takes.
Good. We will see. We will see.
Because I want to live a longer life. Renee has lost her whole family, and I don't want to lose me too.
we know even more this time how important it is to do this. And I'm not letting Lee get in a situation like he was again. I want both of us to get surgery, but I definitely want him to get approved. Because I feel he has less time than me. So that means I need to be just below 482 today.
482, just below. And she did it.
Awesome. Good job, baby.
I'm really happy with that.
All right.
Good on her. She has done really well on that horrible plan.
I'm nervous because I need to have lost another 50 pounds to get below 569 today.
Unfortunately, they've lost a lot of hydration, like a lot of hydration. That's important because they're not having carbs. Carbs and water go together. It's good. You want that hydration in your body. So this is why it's very temporary. It's hard not to celebrate for them as well, but you know, knowing the truth, it makes it difficult to celebrate something that is essentially negative.
But I'm hoping I just blew past that number and lost even more.
572. What was he last time?
Wow.
Awesome.
142 down. I was skeptical at first, but he's done it. He's done well.
I'm feeling good about my progress, and it makes me proud of myself that I worked extra hard. So there should be no reason that me and Renee don't get approved for surgery today. Yeah, come on in.
Hello.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Doing all right.
Good.
All right. So, Lee, how's your stomach pain?
It hurts from here all the way through my back, but the pain medicine helps a lot.
Well, we'll take care of it. But let's see where both of your weight loss is at. Renee, you lost 31 pounds with a total weight loss of 73 pounds. And Lee, you lost 47 pounds. That's 142 pounds so far, huh?
Yeah.
So congratulations. You both are approved for weight loss surgery. We ran some tests to make sure there are no issues, but you both done well, and
She looks like she's off the oxygen.
I'm proud of you.
Yep.
And I bet you both already feeling better with all that weight off of you.
I'm feeling really good. I've been able to stand.
He does not look too happy. They're exhausted. You can tell their energy is so low because they're so calorie restricted and carb restricted.
And walk more, actually. But I've been feeling really sick for about a week, maybe a little longer.
What's going on?
I got some kind of pain in my chest, and it feels like somebody's just pulling my chest apart.
Yikes.
And then I started coughing stuff up yesterday, and it started out being clear. And then last night, it started having a little bit of bloody show in it.
Wow. Dr. Keto strikes again.
And when I started seeing the blood, I really got worried.
All right, let me check and see what your breathing sounds like. Now breathe normal, just normal. I'm not sure what more I can do to get Lee and Renee to understand how dangerous it is for them to ignore any issue with their body right now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you have actually contributed to them having a problem. They were actually fine before when they were getting more carbohydrates. Now they're being restricted. They're actually getting more ill, it seems.
All right, so we're gonna get some chest x-ray and I'll be back and let you know what's going on, okay? And just look at your chest x-ray. You do have a pneumonia in the right lung. So we need to send you to the hospital, okay? We need to start treating you for this immediately so that your condition doesn't start to deteriorate any further. And you need to be separated and quarantined from Lee because he can't afford to get sick right now at all. Okay?
All right.
Renee, I'll see you in the hospital, okay?
All right. Thank you.
The treatment here has been helping me get better. It's just hard being away from Lee. Since I've known him, we really haven't spent any time apart.
It's probably good to have a little bit of time apart.
So this is all so much harder than I ever thought it would be. And until you get surgery, you don't know if any of it's going to pay off.
Okay, so they're looking after her in the hospital. Wow, he's going in.
I'm very nervous, terrified, and I know that there is a possibility that I may not wake up.
Okay, so we're gonna go through. I don't want to watch the surgery because why?
How I would go on.
Go forward. Go forward.
Gastric bypass is an operation that will reduce the size of the stomach by 90%. And
Yes, we know. Okay. He survived.
Lee's been home from the hospital for about a month. And he's been off his liquid diet and he's fully recovered. So I've been making him start to do things for himself for the first time in a long while. Because I'm intent on getting my surgery now. So he's actually going to have to take care of me. And he has no choice about it.
Good, he needs to be forced to do more.
But I know it's been hard for Lee to try to clean himself and use the bathroom on his own.
You're getting water everywhere.
I don't give I gotta get the stench and the filth off me one way or another. A month or two ago, I wouldn't have never even been able to do this. I had to have the wheelchair for everything.
Well, that's great.
Oh my God. I feel like I ran a marathon.
I know. I'm proud of
Your heart probably feels like that.
Lee for trying, but what I'm worried about is how he's falling back into his old eating habits. Now that Lee's had surgery, it's like he stopped trying to stick to
Oh no, are you serious? What are you doing after all this?
the diet. And that's worrying me. I can't figure out why he's doing this now. And his temper has been coming back when he's craving something.
Oh shoot.
I know Renee hasn't been too happy when I make poor food choices. But now that I had the surgery, I thought it would take away all the cravings for the food
Oh my God, this guy is just... oof.
that I shouldn't eat. But it hasn't.
No one said it's going to take away the cravings. It's reducing your stomach size. It's quite easy to work out.
So I need her to let up a little and to get off my back. Because this isn't easy.
Really start doing the best we can and
I
not just
know.
say that.
I know
I think he's quite like aggro type.
I fell back and I know that I've messed up. But the whole overwhelming of the move and the not
Yes,
having
but
my norm.
I
is
went
just,
through that too.
I know.
That's what you don't understand.
Yeah, exactly. She's going through that as well.
Will you admit that we're not doing as well here as we should do?
We are.
But I'm not talking about just eating.
I know. No, we're
I'm
not.
talking about everything.
Back in Houston. Oh, they're living there now.
This has been a really hard month
Wow.
because things have been harder between me and Lee. And it's starting to feel like all we do is fight. He's still been overeating and doing things he shouldn't. And he's even starting to tell me that I shouldn't get surgery, and I don't know why. We missed our last appointment with Dr. Now because Lee didn't want to go.
What? This guy is just next level. Just divorce him. Get rid of him.
Because he knows he's overeating, but it was completely selfish of him because it's my turn to get weight loss surgery. Things are even worse than...
He doesn't want her to leave him. It's a crab in the bucket. You know, he doesn't want her to get the surgery, to lose weight, and then to get out of there. Because that's what can definitely happen.
Ever. Every morning you start a fight.
I don't understand why you can't back off. You just keep pushing my buttons.
But that doesn't give you the right to
mistreat somebody. The only time you are ever nice to me or talk to me like a human is when you need or want something.
Yeah.
Wow, she just laid it down. Exactly. Highly manipulative dude.
What do I do the
You
rest of the
call
time?
me a F and B or a C.
When you start calling me names.
No, I don't.
Yeah. You're
Last
always,
night you said
Renee,
there.
you call me a liar more than you call me Lee. Everything that goes wrong, you take out on me.
No, I don't.
Constantly take out on me.
I am not physical with you.
No, you drive me there.
There is nothing to drive a person to physical abuse.
Oh wow, he's like beating her? What?
You constantly put me down, tell me I'm low.
I tell you that?
Yeah.
Will you tell me
It's no excuse to touch someone like that.
on a daily basis how worthless I am?
Oh my God, get rid of this dude.
Renee, I've said all along I've got a problem.
You have lots of problems. You have an anger problem. You have a violent problem. Your head has a problem.
Doesn't matter anymore. It ain't gonna work. I do not desire to be with you. We're
Oh God, he's the one actually, what, threatening to break up with her? Seriously? Dude, what?
never, ever going to see eye to eye, no matter what.
He probably does this threatening to break up with her a lot, so she feels like she wants him more, you know, more manipulation.
With him 11 years and he'd never been violent. It's like he's just changed into this person that's so mean and so hateful.
Our lives are changing. We become two different people. I'm not the man that's stuck in the bed no more that she takes care of. Now I want to be my own person.
What? Dude, like seriously, she's the one looking after you still, and you're just reverting back to junk food man who was lying in the bed. He's very delusional.
And personally, I don't want David here. I've told him to leave so many times because he stands up for her, they take up for each other. Sometimes I wonder if something's going on. I don't know. That's a lot of our problem too.
I can continue on my journey, continue with my weight loss, and do what I gotta do to finish my journey, even if it's by myself.
You don't need that ball and chain.
I've been really discouraged lately because we're still fighting a lot. And it's making it so difficult. So I've been just focusing on what I need to do to try and get approved for surgery today.
Lee and Renee?
Hello. It's been hard since my surgery, but I feel like I'm still making good progress. When I left the hospital, I was down to 546. And the doctor now told me I should easily lose 20 pounds a month. So I should be at or below 500 pounds.
Nope.
Wow.
Oh, he's gonna come down on you.
I thought I'd be further along.
Lost a little.
You're in delusional.
Yeah, I'll do better. I gotta start making better food choices. But you don't eat so much yogurt. It's old.
Don't eat so much sugar. Have we even seen him eat anything with sugar in it? Oh my goodness. The world is insane.
Well, you're in front of the judge next.
I had already hit my weight loss goal, but Dr. Now told me that I've had to keep making progress. I was down to 476 at our last appointment. I'm hoping to have lost 20 to 30 pounds and be around 450.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yes. Stick it to him.
Oh, wow.
He's not even happy for her.
Now that I'm recovered from the pneumonia,
I hope that Dr. Now says that he's proud of the progress that I've made and that I am approved for gastric bypass.
She should just keep going without him. Oh, her life would just be so much better without this dude.
Hello.
Hello, Dr. Now.
How y'all doing?
Surviving.
Surviving, huh? So is that why you missed your last appointment? Okay. You just had your bypass about 2 months ago. And when you left the hospital, you were down to 546. So you lost only 9 pounds since then. But Renee has lost almost 50 pounds at the same time. And she hasn't even had her bypass yet.
Oh.
What in the world is going on with you?
I guess I'm eating the wrong things.
You think it's funny? You have a gastric bypass.
I had a gastric bypass,
to
yes.
lose weight.
To lose weight.
And you're not losing weight.
I don't eat a third what I ate before
Here we go.
I had
the
that
question,
surgery.
okay? Then
You're
we're not
asking
talking
me
about
questions
that.
and I don't understand no more than you understand.
What are you talking about? You're choosing to overeat and you think it's okay?
No, I don't think it's okay at all.
So what is going on?
I guess I'm not eating the right things. I mean...
We gave you the instruction that you need to follow, and you're not following. You play your cards right until you got the surgery. And now you're playing this kind of game, and you think that's okay?
Wow, I've never seen Dr. Now this upset. And, like, rightfully so, but at the same time, he's probably binging out after restricting for so long. Ah, so complex.
How in the
I
world
don't see
somebody...
how I'm playing any game. I throw up constantly. I eat what I can keep down.
That's how it works. You throw up constantly because the surgery forces you to when you overeat now.
Oh gosh, is that how it works? I didn't even know that. That's really disturbing. That's one way to lose weight and lose your teeth.
I think my problem is I'm holding a lot of fluid. I can't hardly pee.
It's water weight.
Really?
I mean, I don't know what, I mean, you...
What do you mean you don't know? And you think that you're not eating and you're gaining...
I don't want to get malnourished either.
Do you look like you're malnourished?
Yeah, but he is right. He is right about being malnourished. They are malnourished. Again, Dr. Now is being very, simplistic on this. They obviously are malnourished, but they're carrying extra fat stores. But when you draw from those fat stores, when you're on a low-carb diet, you become very acidic. It's dangerous.
You're overeating, and whatever you're overeating, you're throwing up. It means the surgery is working to hold you back when you make bad choices. And it's the only reason that you didn't gain 100 pounds these past 2 months.
Do you not want me to eat at all?
You know that's not what I'm saying at all. You have been given a tool to help you change your life. Now that you had the surgery, the physical drive to eat is gone. So you have to deal with what is driving you to eat. That's the hard part, and you don't want to do it. And you're running from it and self-destructing.
I'm done with this conversation. Go to her.
No, we're gonna finish with you.
No, we're not finishing with me. You're making me mad.
Yeah, sit down right there. You sit down right over there.
No,
Wait, sit down.
Okay.
Let go of me, Renee.
All right, this is completely unacceptable. Lee's behavior right now.
Wow, that was something else. Dr. Now was actually like putting himself in front of him. He was just ready to like fisticuffs.
Is very alarming. But he's starting to realize some of the issues that have been driving him to eat. And if Lee chooses to avoid those issues and run right now, then he's going to continue on the same path that he was, where he's not going to survive another year. Renee, you stayed on track, despite how Lee's behaving, and I'm proud of you for that. So you should be ready for weight loss surgery. However, Lee is creating an environment that you can't succeed in long term. No one can do this without support. No one. And if I give you surgery now without addressing what's going on with Lee, I will be setting you up for failure. So I'm going to send you both to therapy, and I want you to convince Lee to go. If he starts to get back on track, I'm confident you have the support you need at home, then I'll approve you for surgery.
Okay. They continued couples therapy and have been working on their relationship. Dr. now is moving ahead with Reena's surgery.
Over past month, Lee has been recognizing the need to deal with some issues. And I feel he has made enough progress to where Renee will have enough of the support that she needs to safely go through surgery and recovery.
Oh, well, that's good.
But in the off chance, this is all just another act from Lee right now, we are standing ready to intervene and remove Renee from her environment if Lee starts to fall back into his own behavior.
Month 10.
Today, I'm going to go to the flower shop and try to pick out some nice flowers for Renee because it's her birthday, and try to find something that she really likes and try to surprise her. We're losing so much weight. We're finally able to do something we never have before. We've been together for 10 years or 11 years, and we had never had intercourse before, but now it's possible because we've lost 350 pounds together. I want to.
What? They have never had sex? Ever? In like 11 years?
Marry Renee, and I never thought I'd have the chance to actually do that. Day. Dear Renee, happy birthday to you.
Wow, thank you very much. You're my favorite.
I named him Ernie.
Monkey.
You like him?
Yeah. Thank you.
Got something else. We ain't done yet.
On your birthday, I celebrate the unique and special person you are and all the things I love about you. And I realize once again how very much you mean to me. Happy birthday. Love you, Lee. Thank you.
I hope things are genuinely better, or they might be hiding that fact.
Very welcome.
It meant very much to me for Lee to be able to go and do it himself. It meant a lot.
I've been really encouraged by these last couple of months because I feel like we're working together instead of against each other. So I'm really thankful for how things are right now and for how hard Lee has been trying to improve himself.
Okay, Lee, looked like you down to 441.
Wow, 441. He was 700 and something. Well, no, 600. Oh, hang on.
And that's total weight loss of 273 pounds.
Great.
And Renee, you down to 306. And that is total weight loss of 243 pounds.
Wow.
That's excellent. A few months ago, I wasn't sure if Lee was going to be able to get back on track and what the effect of that will be on Renee. But they're both doing well, and I'm very optimistic about their long-term progress.
I'm very proud of them both. Wow, they've come a long, long way. Gosh.
So how do you feel, Renee?
I'm very, very...
I'm going to leave it there because, look... Hang on, let's look.
Door.
It's very exciting to be able to try smaller things on, to be able to come in a regular store and do this.
It used to be I would get up and I didn't care what I looked like because I had to take care of Lee. And then I felt repulsive, so I didn't even try.
I just love her so much.
Okay, we're going to leave it there. We can't watch anymore because this is like an hour 49, an hour 50. Thanks for tuning in with me. Make sure you have your carbohydrates. Don't be scared of it. Just keep the 10% of daily calories from fat or less and you will be fine. Okay, in the end, I'm really happy that they actually got it together. I was like apprehensive about that. I was thinking, no, I can't imagine him in particular actually sticking to the diet, the crappy diet, but we won't get into that. But anyway, that's today's video. Don't forget the books. You can get the ebook straight away. There's a link in the description below. Change your life today. Get leaner, get healthier, and don't forget to go fruit yourself. Okay, see you soon.